All right, let's get into it. Out of service, Bobby Loads. Here we go. I'm not gonna sit here and try to buy time that'll get you guys to watch longer. So let's get straight into it. Why I think owner operators and lease to purchase like drivers ruin the whole like owner operator lease to purchase program thing. So basically, drivers, in my opinion, started to be harder to get because they didn't want to be company drivers no more. Everybody wanted to be their own boss. You know what I mean? They wanted to become an owner operator or lease to purchase program. So it got really hard to get drivers because all of them wanted to, like I said, just be their own boss, do their own thing. So the lease to purchase program blew up. It's a lot easier to get drivers because you tell them, it's all about the dream that, hey, you're going to be your own boss, you're going to own your own truck, and that's what people want. You know what I mean? People want to succeed in life. This is where like everything went that way. You know what I mean? It all went that way, and now it's hard to get a normal driver nowadays. Like if you put an ad out for a normal driver, it's going to be like super hard to get them because nobody wants to do it no more. Everybody wants to get their own truck, do their own thing, and they think they're going to succeed. And the thing is, like going over the numbers, like if you literally look at the numbers, even like new trucking companies within the first 2 years, 85% of new trucking companies fail. And then if you look at like the failure rates of owner operators, within the first year, 70 to 80% of owner operators fail. And then a lease to purchase program within the first year, 80 to 90% of lease to purchase drivers fail or they walk away, right? So all those numbers are super high. The only reason I believe the lease to purchase numbers are higher is because the scumbag companies out there, right? I mean, there's also scumbag drivers out there, but whatever, like just say the scumbag companies, they try to screw you over. So the failure rate's a little bit higher on a lease to purchase. But even if you take a look at it here on this paper, 70 to 80% of owner operator fails. That's including people with good credit, down payments that went to the to the dealership, bought a truck with a normal interest rate, put a nice down payment. That includes those. And then imagine how many predatory loans that people that fail. And then 85% of new trucking companies fail, and 85% of them within the first 2 years. So this is like it's a cutthroat industry. There's going to be a lot of failures. And this is like when the government gets involved and like, trying to take away lease purchase programs. I don't like that. There's too much regulations. And these regulations are the reasons why trucking companies are failing, why owner operators are failing, why lease to purchase, people are failing. Like, look, if you do a lease to purchase right now, because they want drivers so bad, they just do walkaway leases. So you could blow an engine. You could be like, hey, screw you. Here's your truck. I'm walking away. Nothing's going to happen to you. Maybe you get a paycheck or two, whatever, held back, and then you're good to go. Now imagine the owner-operator people, right? They had the good credit, right? They went, bought a truck, put, say 5, 10, 15, 20, $25,000 down on this truck, and then they lost everything. They lost the down payment. They lost, their income. They lost their credit probably because the bank don't give a shit. They're still going to come after you. They're going to, they're going to take you to court. They're going to ruin your credit. If not, you got to keep on working to pay off that truck. You know how many guys that bought trucks that I've seen in this industry for the last 20 years I've been in it that tried being owner operators and then they got a job as a truck driver and they're still paying off their truck loan because they can't afford to, a $15,000, $20,000 like engine replacement or rebuild or overhaul, whatever. It's crazy. It's like seriously crazy. So when you talk about like overreach from the government to try to regulate stuff more, everybody's a big boy. You know what risk you're taking. You know what you're gonna do. So I don't need the government coming in here. Like if, say for example, if I was a driver, I want to do lease to purchase program. I'm going to negotiate with the company I'm with. I'm going to try to get the best deal for myself. I'm going to compare how much a predatory loan is going to cost me versus the lease to purchase program, see if it makes sense, you know what I mean? And then just do all my due diligence and make sure that I'm protected as best as I can be. But no matter what, everything is still a gamble. So is business, you know what I mean? Like business sucks. It's hard. It ain't easy to succeed. Just you can tell by the numbers. Even trucking companies fail. You could be a lease to purchase guy, you could go to a crappy company and they're gonna go under and then you're screwed. So I mean this whole industry is just is hard, it's rough. And why? Mostly because of regulation. And you want to throw more regulation on there? At least when we have paper logs, you can still make money. Because you could, I'm sorry to say it, but you could, cook your books a little bit, drive some miles, earn some extra money, and you're good to go. Now you can't do anything really, dude. You know what I mean? You got these people getting burned up with these double logbooks. The FMCSA is shutting down companies on a weekly basis. Look at the list they're sending. So like the whole thing is just nuts, man. And everything's a gamble. If you want to succeed in life, you got to risk it. No risk it, no biscuit, right? I mean, it is what it is. So it's already hard enough to make it in this industry as well. But now you want to take away lease to purchase programs. How about you go after these dealerships? And I said this before so many times. The dealerships, the banks, they're giving out the predatory loans. So now you got a company that's going to go open a new MC, right? Because he wants to be his own boss, wants to be, wants to drive for himself. So he's going to go get a predatory loan. He's going to open his own brand new MC. He's not going to be able to get freight from the brokers. So nobody's going to work with you. Now you're paying these high interest, loans on top of all the other bills that come with having your own stuff. You're going to fail too. I mean, dude, it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's not much you could do. So all I'm saying is not every lease to purchase program is good, because they're not. You need to, figure out which company, do research. Buying your own stuff, sometimes it's not good. Even if you have a down payment or good credit, you can still get truck could break down. You could try to open up your own company. You're not going to make it. I mean, it's just hard. It's super hard. And a lot of people fail over and over again. But you know what? Like, in my opinion, at least with the lease to purchase, if you got a walk away lease, you might have to walk away once or twice. But then you know what? It's all luck. Like one day you're going to find the right truck that's not going to break down on you for the longer period of time. You save your money for in case stuff happens, and then you're going to succeed. It's just like life with anything else. You got to fail. You got to fail to succeed. You know what I mean? But like I said, these regulations are not going to help it. And now I'm watching all these other people, like, you know what I mean? Like, even like that mother trucker guy, he's over there talking about, like, crap about the lease to purchase programs, but he's not talking about all this other stuff. Like look at the statistics of failure rates just by everybody, not just lease to purchase programs. And why is that? It's because of regulations. So I think, we got to take a stand and say no to regulations finally. I don't know how we're going to do that, because we haven't been doing it, but it's got to happen, or we're going to be even more screwed, and then only the mega carriers are going to be left, and nobody's going to be able to, make money in trucking no more. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. That's my opinion. Like I said, I just want to get straight to the point. Don't want to be beating around the bush, wasting people's time to try to get, my videos watched longer. So thank you, and have a good day.